Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop of positivity. It's so gorgeous out. I thought I would come outside and do a read and get all the golds and greens and petals and sunshine infused into the read as possible. So these two cards really stuck out to me, home and protecting treasure. I'm going to have a sneeze session in a sec, I can already tell. Okay, I have to remove the microphone from right under my nose so I didn't scare anybody to death. Now I love this. I was just playing with this with Moonbeams outside because she's so cute. She comes and sits by me. So you guys, let's talk about protecting treasure. And what is treasure to us? For me, it's my creativity, it's my vibe awareness, it's my authenticity, it is my family, and sometimes we need to just regroup and assess, are we protecting our treasure and what's important to us? And this looks like it can be, materialistic things, but if you look down here, you see a little fairy and you see nature and you see the light, and that's something that's treasure to me too. My private time being in nature and grounding and earthing out too. And am I looking out for that? And the truth of the matter is, yes, today I'm reaching for things that help me by being outside and doing this outside. I feel like my best work, my best thinking, calmest essence is when I'm outside. So let's protect that and recognize what it is too. What do you guys have right now that is treasure to you? Is it your motivation and what motivates you? Aligned action, your reclaiming of your power, self-empowerment, how you encourage yourself. So this is a couple of things that I ask myself each day too when it starts. What do I think about my daily habits? Am I impressed with them? Some days, yeah. When I get up and I motivate and I exercise and I do good work and I organize, because that's a big thing with me being an artist. My stuff is everywhere and it can be a little daunting when I have to delve back in and start making jewelry and my stuff is everywhere. Same with my cards, so on and so forth. So what I use as a motivational aspect is how much I love my work. So when I'm organized, I'm able to go back in. So are we protecting too things that are important to us in the material world too? Are we taking care of our clothes and folding them and washing them the right way? And our, food, are we checking expiration dates? All stuff like that, like nutrients in our body and our health, because another treasure for a lot of us is our health. So are we really taking a good look at what we're putting into our bodies, and is it really good, rich fuel? Or is it just empty calories? And I know I have to watch myself from getting too hungry, because then I'll just settle for the first thing that I come across. And that can be a drive-through, that can be whatever. So maintaining good health with that. Okay, also, what am I willing right now when we have this question of protecting treasure? What am I willing to sacrifice to have my dream life? Now, my dream life is definitely me being my healthy, most productive self, and, long-term life and awareness of this is important right now. Like my son just asked me, "Oh, Mom, are we going to play tennis after?" And my first response in my brain mentally was, "Oh, do I have to fit this in?" And then my realization was I absolutely love going to play tennis with him, and we just restarted this, and he's excited about it. And I thought I want him to get exercise and be out in the sun and all of that. So I was like, of course. So again, am I protecting that treasure, my health and time with him, by not saturating my bandwidth with other stuff that are meaningless, like scrolling, getting lost, TV, whatever it is. So this is really thinking about our daily habits and what we leave time for and what we immerse ourselves in. And home, I love this. So when I think of this, I think, okay, first of all, what is the environment of home like? What is it filled with? Is it fueled with wonderful, exceptional, great creativity and conversations and connection and all of that? And I love, like when we had a day that we all had yesterday, we watched some fun as a family. We watched really fun like monkey videos by like Disney has this thing where Tina Fey is narrating it, and it's this wonderful odyssey of this monkey family, and it really was almost like a really cool reflection on humanity, because it was this story about this, and I can't remember all the names of them, but I think Maya was like the main character, and she was kind of the outcast in the group because the main alpha didn't want to mate with her, signaling to the soldiers and other people not to, and kind of leave her an outcast. So while everybody else was having babies and offsprings, and they get the first choice of food, the highest ripest, best fruit in the trees, first bathing rights, all of that. She was just kind of like left, and they would follow her. And it was so sad because the other women's children, while the monkeys were resting and stuff, she would be relegated to babysitter, so she couldn't even sleep and rest because all these other little offspring were climbing all over her, and she was eating like the castaway fruit and like the lowest hanging fruit and stuff that wasn't good, and just really having a miserable time of it. And you know, at one point it was like the other ones actually beat up on her, and it was the craziest thing. But then this really cool thing came about where this monkey showed up out of nowhere, and it wanted to find a new tribe, but it really took a shine to Maya. And at one point she just snuck off, and like then she conceived a child. So then she had this baby that she just loved unconditionally, and it was so great. But again, even having a child that, you know, wasn't from the alpha, it was still, she had to protect it. She didn't have like all the governesses you know, that came with being part of the inside nobility, as it were. And just what came to pass was miraculous. Their home was invaded by another troop of monkeys, and the alpha male didn't do what he was supposed to do, and he lost this place, this beautiful Shangri-La, you know, and lost it to this other troop that wanted to claim it. So what then happened was Maya, her new counterpart, he came in and he befriended the soldiers, and basically all it takes is you go up, you put your hand on their shoulders and you hug them, and you do this kind of motion, and you bring them food and you do other things and you groom them. And he befriended all of them, including the alpha, who was really no longer the alpha because of what happened. So then this new monkey led like a retribution, going back to their Shangri-La and reclaiming their place for them. And it was so amazing because he's basically now the alpha. So Maya, and she was having another baby now by him, and now she was like of the nobility and had first pickings of everything, the food and all of this stuff, and then had nannies, and it was the greatest story. And I love that because I thought, you know, that's kind of like home. Even if there are times where we feel like we don't have a good structure in place, a good family, a good home, we find our way. We find, you know, we get back to our Shangri-La, we get back to our place, and with resilience and care and love and all of that, we are going to find, you know, our way where we feel comfortable and loved and protected and part of a community, right? I loved that idea. So asking too, like, where will my current habits take me? Do I feel like I have resilience, and do I feel like I have love and optimism to bring me to a place where I feel comfortable and I can make changes within my home if they're not optimal right now, either for our offspring or ourselves, right? Can we organize? Can we fill our refrigerator with good food that's healthy? Can we, you know, have a warm, loving environment for our pets and our family, all of that. And I just really love the idea of that, you know, home is really where we pay attention. Our friendship groups, our, you know, even our cyber families, all of that, where we feel like there's understanding and unconditional love and care, and are we seeking that out and paying attention to that, and are we also offering that in our own homes, which I really, really love. Because I'm really lucky. Why I'm doing this read, look what's taken place over here. Mochi, he's just rolling around, and I find each cat that I have, Mochi, each cat that I have when I come do a read, they share and they tap out. Like Moonbeams and Mochi don't get along, so Moonbeams will go behind the fence and just watch, and Mochi will come hang out. But I love that they like my voice and my company, and they feel cozy and warm, and it's a nice environment for them. So remember, with this protecting treasure, that first we have to identify what is treasure to us. You know, is it sacred time to have our creative endeavors, our family time, our learning time, whatever it is, and are we protecting that and shielding it from stupid influences that might try to derail us or pull us in another direction? And again, identifying what we like most about our life and infusing that into our home and our household, whether it's creativity, love, cooking, great nutrients, right? A gorgeous aesthetic, all of that. And mine definitely something that's taking place. I always feel a big need for organization right before the holidays set in. Like, I like to know where everything is and get things in place so I can quickly, you know, go about my creative endeavors in an organized way where stuff isn't all over the place. So I love this. I love the environment right now. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to go over and do a big soulmate read this afternoon for the big channel, because it's so gorgeous outside, and I feel like the channeling is beautiful, the environment is gorgeous, Mochi's into it. So again, you guys, thanks for tuning in. This is your Daily Pop.